Hey everyone, ever feel like your body is kind of holding you back from all the fun things you want to do?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we are going deep today into some really cool ways to unlock your movement potential.
I like it.
No matter where you're at right now.
Great.
This deep dive is all about building your own personal mobility toolkit.
Yeah.
And we're getting inspiration from episode 21 of Source podcast name.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the coolest thing is you don't need a fancy gym or a bunch of expensive equipment.
Correct.
We're talking everyday things that you can use at home to feel more agile and get rid of pain.
Yes.
Whether you're training for a marathon or just want to move better throughout your day.
Yes, exactly. And I was so excited when I saw the list of tools that they covered.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch.
It's like foam rollers and massage balls and resistance bands.
And yoga blocks.
Yoga blocks, yeah.
You name it.
Even things like a Theracane or a massage stick. And most of this stuff is super affordable and easy to find.
Yeah, you can pretty much get it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many people don't realize that you can actually take care of a lot of these aches and pains with simple tools like this.
Yeah.
Many of them work by targeting what's called myofascial release, which basically means loosening up the connective tissues that are surrounding and supporting your muscles.
So it's not just about stretching the muscles themselves?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's more than that.
Yeah.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
Imagine wearing a really tight, restrictive sweater all day long.
Oh, okay.
Your muscles are kind of like that sweater. They can get bunched up and uncomfortable.
Right.
Myofascial release is kind of like smoothing out those wrinkles and giving your muscles more space to move freely.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
I struggle with feeling stiff. Even when I do stretch. So maybe that's what's happening with me.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They mentioned using a foam roller on your upper back.
Oh, yeah.
Which sounds amazing for...
It is amazing, especially
hours hunched over a desk.
We're at a desk all day.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Yeah.
And for those stubborn knots that you get in your shoulders or in your glutes, a massage ball against the wall can do wonders.
I love how versatile resistance bands are.
Oh, absolutely.
You can use them to assist with stretches or to add resistance to exercises.
Totally.
It's like
having a portable gym.
Your own portable gym right in your living room.
Right in your house.
Yeah.
Yes.
The key is consistency, though.
Right.
Even just a few minutes a day of focused work can make a really big difference over time.
Right.
It's all about retraining your body.
Okay.
To move more freely and efficiently. So we've got all these tools.
Yeah.
But what about the techniques?
Right.
The source covers a whole range of them.
Pretty much everything.
Dynamic stretching, static stretching.
Active release technique.
P&F stretching.
Yeah.
There's so much to explore.
It really is. What's so great is that these techniques can be tailored for different phases of your day.
Okay.
And different activity levels.
Right.
So, for example, you might use dynamic stretches.
Okay.
Things like leg swings.
Yeah.
Or arm circles.
Yeah.
To kind of wake up your body in the morning.
Right. And I've heard that dynamic stretching before a workout can help prevent injuries.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Then after you're done with your workout, you could switch to static stretches.
Okay.
Holding each of the poses for a longer time.
Yeah.
To improve your flexibility and reduce soreness.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What about if you have those really stubborn knots or tight spots?
Yeah, the source mentions active release techniques or RT.
Okay.
Do you know about those?
Not really. What are those?
So RT involves applying pressure to certain points while you move the affected muscle or joint through a range of motion.
Right.
And it helps to break up adhesions and scar tissue.
Okay.
That can restrict your movement. It's like a more targeted form of myofascial release.
Okay. I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah, definitely.
The source also mentioned PNF stretching, which I'm not familiar with.
You know, PNF stands for proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation.
Oh, wow.
So it's a bit more of an advanced technique that involves contracting and relaxing the muscles to increase flexibility.
Okay.
You're basically tricking your nervous system into allowing a greater range of motion.
Wow. That sounds really interesting. I'm starting to realize there's so much more to stretching than I thought.
There really is.
It's a whole science.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is fascinating how everything's connected.
Yeah.
You know, our bodies and our nervous systems.
Right.
And, you know, that kind of brings us to another important aspect of mobility.
Okay.
And that's mindset.
Wait, mindset?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with how well I can touch my toes?
Okay.
I thought this was all about muscles and stretching.
It might sound a little surprising.
Okay.
But your mental state can actually have a really big impact on your physical flexibility.
Really?
Think about it.
Okay.
If you go into a mobility session and you're feeling all stressed and rushed, you know your body's probably going to tense up.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is going to make it way harder to relax and move freely.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
When I'm stressed, my shoulders are like up to my ears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So before you even like grab your foam roller, take a second.
Yeah.
And just check in with yourself. Like, how are you feeling physically?
Yeah.
What are your energy levels? What's going on in your mind?
So you're talking about like a mini mindfulness practice?
A little bit, yeah.
Before we even get started?
Yeah, even just taking a couple of deep breaths can make a huge difference.
Right.
It's all about, creating that sense of calm and awareness.
Okay.
So you can approach your mobility work with more intention.
Right.
And presence.
Yeah.
You're not just going through the motions.
Right.
You're actually listening to your body.
Uh-huh.
And responding to its needs.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like we're not just working on physical flexibility,
right,
but like mental and emotional flexibility too.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And this mindset shift is really important when it comes to the exercises themselves.
Okay.
Mobility is about exploring what your body can do.
Okay.
It's not about forcing it into some predetermined shape.
So it's more about feeling what's going on.
Yeah.
And respecting my body's limits.
Exactly.
Than it is about like
right.
achieving that picture perfect yoga pose.
Totally.
Okay.
It's about noticing those sensations, exploring your range of motion, and just honoring what your body's telling you on that particular day.
Okay. That takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
I think I sometimes get caught up.
It's easy to do that.
In comparing myself.
Especially with all the stuff we see on social media.
Right.
But if we can shift our focus from, wanting that external validation to tuning into our own internal awareness, the whole experience becomes more enjoyable and sustainable.
It makes it more about taking care of your body.
Exactly.
And less about reaching some goal.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. So we've talked about the mindset part of it.
Yeah.
But how do we actually fit this into our busy lives?
I know, it's tough.
I mean, some days I can barely find time to eat lunch.
Yeah, well, that's where, a little bit of creativity and planning can come in handy. Okay. The good news is you don't have to block off an hour every day at the gym to get the benefits of this mobility work.
So I don't need to carve out a huge chunk of time.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Just think about all those little pockets of time that you have throughout the day.
Like what?
Like when you're waiting for your coffee to brew.
Oh, okay.
During commercial breaks when you're watching TV.
Uh-huh.
Even while you're brushing your teeth.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's about finding those little moments.
Exactly.
And just making the most of them.
Yeah.
You could do some shoulder rolls while you're standing in line at the grocery store.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A few calf stretches while you're on a conference call.
Right.
It all adds up.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
It's like we're sneaking in mobility.
Totally.
Without even realizing it. Yeah. You mentioned planning.
I did.
What did you mean by that?
Well, there are a couple of things you could do.
Okay.
You could set a timer on your phone.
Okay.
To remind you to take a 5-minute mobility break every hour.
Yeah.
Or you can make it fun.
Okay.
Turn it into a game.
A game? Okay, how does that work?
Well, challenge yourself to see how many different stretches or mobility exercises you can do throughout the day. Or try incorporating mobility into things you already enjoy doing.
Ooh, give me an example.
Okay, let's say you love going for walks.
Yeah.
Instead of just strolling along, try adding in some lunges.
Okay.
Or side steps into your route.
Okay. Or if you're into yoga, you could hold the poses longer or try some variations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about, finding ways to make mobility feel seamless and enjoyable.
Yeah.
So that it just becomes a natural part of your lifestyle.
This is all so eye-opening. It's like I'm finally understanding that mobility isn't a chore.
It's not.
It's an investment.
It is.
In feeling better and moving better.
Absolutely.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We've covered
a lot of ground.
So much in our deep dive into building your personal mobility toolkit.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up,
okay,
I want to touch on something that we talked about earlier. The idea of mobility as a journey, not a destination.
It's not about the destination. It's about the journey.
It's so easy to get caught up in the idea that we need to achieve this like superhuman level of flexibility.
Yeah, like we got to be able to do the splits or something.
Right.
But the truth is, everybody's body is different.
Right. We all have different
genetics, histories with movement, different limitations.
It's not
a one-size-fits-all.
One-size-fits-all.
Yeah. And that's why it's so important to approach mobility with a sense of curiosity and self-compassion.
So instead of like beating ourselves up about what we can't do, let's celebrate the progress we make.
No matter how small.
Yeah, even if it's just a little bit.
Celebrate those little wins.
Yeah.
It's all about being present in your body and noticing how it feels.
Right.
Rather than, striving for some external ideal.
Right. And recognizing that our mobility is going to fluctuate from day to day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some days you might feel like a Gumby doll.
Right.
Other days you might feel like a rusty robot.
And that's okay.
It's all part of the process.
That's why it's so important.
It is.
To listen to our bodies.
Growth.
If we're pushing ourselves too hard
Yeah.
or ignoring pain signals,
that's not good.
We're not honoring that journey.
Right. We got to find that sweet spot.
Right.
That balance between challenging yourself and respecting your limits.
Which brings us back to self-awareness.
Yes.
The more we pay attention,
the more we tune in
to what our bodies are telling us.
Yeah.
The better we can
the better we can adjust.
Make those
tweaks.
Yeah.
And you know that awareness can go beyond the physical too.
Okay.
As you explore your physical mobility, you might start to see it influencing other areas of your life as well.
What do you mean?
Think about some of the principles we've been talking about.
Like what?
Like flexibility, adaptability.
Resilience,
yeah.
Okay.
All of those are qualities that can benefit us, not just in our bodies, but also mentally, emotionally, even creatively.
Yeah. So it's like the same way that we might use a foam roller to release to release tension in our hamstrings.
Right.
We can use
mindfulness practices to release mental and emotional tension.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And the same way we use dynamic stretches.
Right. To improve
range of motion.
Our range of motion.
We can use creative brainstorming.
Creative brainstorming, exactly.
To increase our mental flexibility.
And come up with new ideas.
It's fascinating how
it
all ties together.
It's all connected.
It's like mobility is a metaphor.
It is a metaphor.
For how we approach
life
in general.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's one thing you want our listeners...
What do I want them to take away?
Yeah, to take away from today.
I'd say the most important thing is that mobility.
Yeah.
It's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
It's a personal...
It's a journey.
Exploration.
Of discovering what works best for you.
For your body.
For your body.
For your lifestyle.
For your lifestyle, exactly.
And that the journey itself is just as important.
Just as important.
As the destination.
Beautifully said.
We hope you feel inspired to unlock your own movement potential and embrace the power of your personal mobility toolkit.
Awesome.
And remember, even small, consistent efforts.
Yeah, just a little bit every day.
They make a world of difference.
A world of difference.
Over time.
Yes, consistency is key.
So get curious, get moving.
Yes.
And most importantly,
enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the ride.
Until next time.
See ya.